What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. On the last part, we saw what happened during the Universe 6 tournament, and it seems that Goku and Vegeta have found a new evolution in power. Right now, they're focused on trying to combine the power of Wrathful Super Saiyan with Super Saiyan God, creating a completely new and unique form. It did help Vegeta against Hit, although they're having a really tough time maintaining it. We'll be seeing more of it in this part though, and hopefully they can figure out a way to manage it. For this video, let's set a like goal of 3,500 likes. If we hit that, I'll continue with another part of the series. Anyways, let's pick up from here. So just like I mentioned, they're still trying to work on actually fixing this form. Right now, it's not actually really like a form. I mean, it is a transformation, but with how little they can control it, it essentially acts as a technique. They transform for a split second to attack, and that does give them a huge boost in power. But again, it's only for a split second, and they can't actually use the form for as long as they want. And they still don't even really know what it looks like. Beerus and Whis actually did catch a glimpse of it while they were training. It was almost like a purplish version of Super Saiyan 4 in a way. Although, they do get really excited about the power of the form. From what little they've used it, they can see that it drastically increases all of their properties, their speed, their strength, their durability, everything. Whenever they use it, they basically turn into flashes of light because they're moving so fast. When they attack, it leaves behind purple flames from their aura as they transform back into a regular Super Saiyan 4. Although, there is one downside to this form. It's not a flaw or anything that they actually even knew about. It's the fact that someone else could use this power for evil. Because now, Zamasu is plotting on striking, or at least this timeline Zamasu. The other Zamasus, yeah, they've already been hard at work. And this is exactly what they had in mind. I could honestly do Goku Black or Vegeta Black, but for simplicity, let's do Goku Black. It's not like Vegeta Black's incredibly unique anyways, and in this scenario it would kinda just be a reskin. So, we're going with Goku Black, and when he stole Goku's body, he was hoping he'd be able to harness this power for himself. Maybe he could make it more divine in a way. When he saw that Super Saiyan 4 form, it just looked too ugly and primal. It was disgusting. But he can't say it wasn't powerful. Or at least whatever technique Vegeta used, or a form if that's what that was, well, that thing was really powerful. Goku Black wants that for himself. Oh, and yeah, a little side note, we get to see Goku Black with the tail in the scenario too. It is Goku's body after all. He thinks it's kinda gross to have one. It makes him really feel like a monkey. But all that matters is the Zero Mortals plan, not the tails. And even though future Gohan is there with future Trunks, having an extra person won't be enough against this Goku Black. They do try and defend their timeline, but eventually it comes to a point where they have to go back to the past. Samurai Jack. Hopefully they're going to find some help back there, in order to stop Goku Black, so they can return back to the future, Marty McFly. That was kinda corny. Anyways, they go back to the past, and they give everyone the whole story. Wait, so there's Goku in the future, killing people? That doesn't sound right. How is that even possible? Well, they get their answer when he comes through a portal. Out of anger, future Gohan goes to fight him. Even though he knows he might not win, he's just pissed with this guy following him around, although the fact that he's angry might actually help him. Goku follows him into battle too, and Goku Black is amused at first, but the smirk is wiped off his face as the two begin attacking him. Gohan means business, and since Goku's not going to sit there for exposition, he gets right down to work as well. The two play a game of Saiyan volleyball with him, attacking him back and forth, and eventually Goku Black has no other choice but to try and escape. But each of them considers this as a win. Goku was able to gauge his power, which didn't seem like too much of a threat, and Goku Black was able to gauge their power, as well as getting more power for himself. He returns to the future, meeting up with Zamasu. Zamasu heals him, and Goku Black thinks he's finally found the secret to transforming. Not only has he gotten the power that he needs, but he's gotten motivation now, and more anger. First, he shows this off to Zamasu, and his hair turns pink for some reason. Well, the form does look nice, but this isn't what he was expecting. He thought he'd get that weird monkey form that they have. This form is strong though, so it will be useful, but he wants to get that form, or he assumes he's gonna get his own version. This form that he has right now, which he names Rose, it seems to be one of an actual god. Not someone mocking God, but a god using actual godly powers. And look at him, he's already improved their Super Saiyan form, making it look much more divine and proper. So he's sure he could take that weird gross monkey form and do the same. But he's trying to think, how do they actually access that power? They're gonna have to do some research. Zamasu was able to figure out that Saiyans are actually able to transform into great apes. Whenever in the presence of a full moon, they lose all control and fully transform. Well, maybe they have to try this. So, Zamasu and Goku Black venture out. And you know what? A perfect place to do this would be a city. It would give them a nice place to destroy. And in the middle of the night, a moon comes out, but it's not a full moon. Well, looks like Zamasu's gonna have to screw with the moon cycle a bit. What would be the easiest way to do this? Should he move the Earth and the moon? Or should he just find a way for Goku Black to get more light from the moon? Yeah, that last option seems easier. As a Kai, he might be able to create something to force this form to come out. Maybe he could replicate whatever's radiating off the moon to actually force this to happen. He could create Blutz waves. He doesn't know exactly what's coming off the moon to make him transform, but from his research it was something called Blitz Waves, so maybe he's gotta just recreate that. And that shouldn't be hard for a literal god that can create anything. So he does so, bombarding Goku Black with all of them. And just as they expected, he begins transforming. Goku Black laughs as his voice gets deeper and deeper and he grows larger and larger. He turns into a great ape, and he surprisingly does have some control. It must be due to the fact that he's in Kakarot's body, someone who already did have control over this. But the form itself isn't that powerful, so Zamasu begins thinking as they keep training. Well, he knows they control this power and use it in a humanoid form, but maybe he uses some other power on top of that. What if they combine it with Super Saiyan or something? Or at least Goku Black's version of that, Super Saiyan Rose. As Goku Black tries destroying a city in this form, he says that that might actually work. So while he's a great ape, he tries transforming, going Super Saiyan Rose. By this point, a few days have passed, and this is just around the time everyone else is heading back to the future. Just as they arrive, they know something bad is happening when they see a giant pink monkey in the distance. That's definitely not a good sign, and it's a little weird too. Why is he pink? Well, they have seen weirder stuff, but yeah, this is still kind of weird. They know exactly what he's trying to accomplish though. They don't know why he's pink, but he's definitely trying to access Wrathful Super Saiyan just like they have. So quickly they fly over to the area, hoping they can get there in time to cut his tail off. But as they get closer and closer, he begins shrinking. Oh no. That means he's done it, hasn't he? And it's too late. Once they get there, they don't see a giant monkey anymore. They see a Kai, Zamasu. Oh, that was that person they were investigating in the past, just like they thought. But where did Goku Black go? They're hoping he didn't actually do what they think he did. They then sense a very ominous presence behind them, as a massive Ki knocks them all back. As they get back up, they look and see. Someone is floating above them, casting a shadow in front of the moon. He descends downwards into plain sight. It is Goku Black, but in a much different form. It's his own version of Super Saiyan 4. He can combine Super Saiyan Rose with the power of a great ape, creating whatever this is. Although he does have a complaint, the form still does look a little bit too primitive. But no matter, he's only using this power to expunge the earth of mortals. And in his own way, he did make this form look much more divine and proper. Goku and Vegeta instantly turn Super Saiyan 4, trying to use that other form that they were using before. At first, they're able to land a few attacks on Goku Black. This catches him off guard, but then he realizes what they were doing. It's the thing Vegeta used during the Universe 6 tournament, and now he can finally see what's happening. They're using a form that they don't have control of. They can only use it so briefly that it only appears in little flashes. He thinks it's kind of funny and pathetic. Is that really all they can manage? And you know what? They realize what Goku Black is saying is actually right. They want to do more with this. They want to learn to control it. And they've been training so hard for it too. Maybe this will serve as the motivation for them. Maybe, during this fight, they can master it somehow, or at least get a grasp on it in order to use it as long as they want. They need to focus. This is a life or death situation after all. Amidst their fight with Goku Black, they begin trying to focus that power. And once again, they erupt in purple flames. Goku Black takes note of this too. They use it once again, but this time they actually use it for a bit longer. Instead of it being a split second, they were actually in it for a noticeable amount of time, just a few seconds. Wait a second, they might be learning the trick to actually maintain the form. They try it again, trying to maintain all of their energy, making sure this time that it doesn't all erupt out from them. And once again, Goku Black catches a glimpse of the form, but they lose it once more. Alright, third time's a charm, maybe this will work. They attack Goku Black once more, using the form right when they punch him. And as their punch connects, the purple flames from around them disappear. And this time everyone gets a good look at it. They're actually in the form, and they're just as surprised. Mockingly, Goku Black commends them, although this won't be enough to defeat him. Surely they won't be able to use this form reliably in battle. Goku Black's just naturally advantaged for being a god. And look at these two, trying to mock him once more. It's pitiful. Zamasu watches on as much as he can as well, although Gohan and Trunks are taking care of him so he can't really focus too much. And this fight actually seems pretty even. They're both able to take on Goku Black together, although something weird's happening. Goku Black notices his power, it's being drained somehow. The more he fights, the more of that energy he loses. Goku and Vegeta notice this too. It seems the gap in between them is getting closer and closer. And Goku Black is fighting more slowly. Suddenly an aura encapsulates him, and as the aura disappears, he's back in his base form. Wait, what happened to his form? Goku and Vegeta completely forgot. If you remember back to a few parts ago, when they first got Super Saiyan 4 or Wrathful Super Saiyan, everyone was having a really tough time maintaining it, at least for a prolonged period of time. The form was quite draining for them, and for an unexperienced fighter, it's not something they could pull off for long. And that's something Goku Black never realized. This is his first time using the form, and he did use it for a surprisingly long amount of time, but still. Even someone like him couldn't maintain it enough. And another thing is, he doesn't know how to actually access the form without the moon. And Goku and Vegeta take note of this. Together, they both tackle Goku Black, instantly propelling him to the other side of the planet. Gohan and Trunks follow as Zamasu teleports over there. Goku Black doesn't realize why they did this, but then he looks up at the sky. It's daytime, or, well, it looks like daytime, they can't see from all the smoke, but there's no moon there. He's not going to be able to turn into this form again unless he has the moon. He's still relying on that because he doesn't know how to do it otherwise. He powers up, trying to access it once more, but this time, all he does is go into normal Rose. It just looks like regular Super Saiyan with pink hair. And yeah, it seems strong, but not as strong as what they're in right now. Although the same goes for Goku and Vegeta, they have a tough time maintaining their new form, and it dissipates alongside Goku Black's. So the fight's actually more even now. Goku Black's using Rose, while Goku and Vegeta power up into Super Saiyan God. A battle between the three godly forms commences. And the good thing is Goku and Vegeta haven't lost too much energy, but Goku Black is really drained. They just need to keep him away from Zamasu so Zamasu doesn't heal him. Goku Black continues his fight confidently, but suddenly his body turns around. Some force is pulling him away, and then he realizes what's happening and begins cursing. He keeps trying to fight Goku and Vegeta, but his body is pulled away more and more. Zamasu activated the fusion, thinking that there was no other choice. Goku Black says it's too soon to do that, but it's already too late. The earring is on Zamasu's other ear, and they're already fusing. Zamasu tells Goku Black this is the only way. He couldn't maintain that primate form. Because of his failure, they're going to need to fuse. The resulting fusion is a pretty angry one, since the two were bickering in the middle of their fusion. Zamasu was mad at Goku Black, and Goku Black was mad at Zamasu. And now, fused Zamasu is going to take out that anger on everyone. Alright, this might be a little bit of an issue. Goku and Vegeta power up into Wrathful God again, with Trunks and Gohan trying to help as well. Although, merged Zamasu seems to be too much for them to handle. But wait, if these two fused, maybe they should do that too. Bring Gogeta back. Gogeta was really strong, and if he uses this new form, it might really help out in battle. But as Goku and Vegeta are fighting Zamasu, they notice two other energies come nearby. It's Shin and Gowasu. They've traveled to this timeline as well, trying to offer help somehow, as well as figuring what's going on and why it's taking so long. Gowasu doesn't understand why Shin brought him here, but then he sees Zamasu. No wonder why Beerus and Whis investigated them before. What's Zamasu doing in this timeline? And actually a better question, what is Zamasu doing in his timeline now that he's gone? He only went with Shin because Shin needed his time rings. But now, it seems like he's here for a different purpose. He needs to help stop his student. Or at least, whatever this version of his student is. He looks different, but then Gowasu realizes he's fused with someone. Zamasu is glad to see his master here. He could witness the destruction of all mortals. Gohan flies over to the two Kais, trying to explain what's happening. But then he realizes, the two of them, they have those same earrings that Zamasu had. Wait, Goku and Vegeta were mentioning something about fusion, but the fusion dance. Although, now's their shot to use that kind of fusion that Zamasu used. Gohan asks if those earrings will make people fuse, and Gowasu confirms. What is he planning, having those other two Saiyans fusing? Exactly. Well, without any other better ideas, he gives Gohan the two earrings. He flies up during the middle of the fight, surprising Goku and Vegeta. This actually distracts Zamasu enough for him to give the two earrings to them. And he tells them what to do. Vegeta, put it on his right ear. Goku, put it on his left ear. Don't waste any time. This will work just like fusion, and they won't need to do the dance for it. They thank Gohan, and thank Gowasu and Shin as well. Talk about good timing. The two place the earrings on, and it creates a brand new fusion. One that isn't Gogeta, but is similar. In this new body, the fusion is pretty surprised at how strong he is, even in base. But he needs a name. How about Vegito? Yeah, that's a good name. This only serves to anger Zamasu more and more. Great, they're mocking him once more, using another godly power. Angered, Zamasu launches a blast at Gowasu, but Vegito vanishes and appears right in front of the blast. Even if Zamasu is immortal, Vegito has an idea on how to finish this. It seems his body isn't completely immortal, and he might be able to destroy it somehow. And for that he needs power, a lot of power. He begins powering up. Fur grows on his body, and his hair grows longer as his eyes change color too. Just like Gogeta, Vegito is now using Super Saiyan 4, although he's not done here. He gauges his power against Zamasu, and just in Super Saiyan 4 alone, he's actually outpacing Zamasu. But that's not going to be enough. He needs to completely try and destroy him somehow. Zamasu is surprised to see how strong they got this quickly, but Vegito tells him he has one more trick up his sleeve. He's coated in purple flames, as his fur and hair take on a purplish tint. In this body, he might be able to maintain this form better, although it still will be fleeting. After a burst of energy, Vegito is revealed to be in Wrathful God. Zamasu tries to attack him, but nothing's working. Vegito is so quick, and even when he does get a hit in, Vegito just disregards it. He doesn't even care. Now it's his turn. He completely overwhelms Zamasu with his attacks. More and more parts of Zamasu's body keep getting destroyed, and they keep regenerating. Although, Vegito notices something. One part of Zamasu's body isn't regenerating correctly. It's turning purple. That's how he knows it's working, and he thinks he has a way to finish this. He's going to take notes from what he did as Gogeta. If you remember from a few parts ago, Gogeta negated Boo's evil energy, infusing attacks with his own positive energy. He's going to try that again here, and it might work against Zamasu, as well as buffing his own attacks. He puts his hands in front of him, then drawing them back. Electricity swirls around him, as he forms a final Kamehameha, but a special one. Instead of it being yellow and blue, it's actually rainbowish in color. The energy within this will destroy Zamasu, he's sure of it. He launches the massive blast, and Zamasu is hopeless to defend against it. Not only is the blast powerful enough to damage him, but his body completely begins deteriorating, turning into dust due to the massive positive energy within it. And while Vegito's firing this attack, he suddenly defuses. Oh, he didn't realize the fusion would only last a few minutes. Gowasu theorizes they were using too much power, which was actually the case here. But it doesn't matter because that power was way more than what they needed. Zamasu's completely gone, and that attack was special enough to erase him. If only Zamasu remained fully immortal, he might have lived through this. Well, it looks like everyone can head back home. Trunks and Gohan are thankful for everyone's help, but there is one thing that stays on their minds. Wow, they're kind of far behind from everyone. They've still been trying to access that Super Saiyan 4 form since the Cell games, at least when they saw it with Goku and Vegeta. And you know what? Maybe after all this, they could finally reach that goal. They're going to keep working towards that, and they'll rebuild this future as well. Everyone says their goodbyes, and this is where we'll leave off for now. So, what did you guys think about this part, and what do you think is going to happen next time? Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'll be sure to check them out to see what you guys think. As always, if you like the video, be sure to drop a like, and let's try to hit that like goal from the beginning of the video so we can get another part of this series. If you haven't already, why not subscribe, as well as hitting the bell icon and get notified about any future parts of this What If, or any other videos that I upload on my channel. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.